All right, guys, I am back, your 49er reporter, here to go ahead and jump into the next position group. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and get the particulars out of the way. If you like, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell so you can get the most up-to-date information on the San Francisco 49ers. This is what I do. This is my passion. I don't do this for play. I do this for real. I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. And with that being said, let's get right into it. So the next position group that I got to go ahead and touch on are the wide receivers. These are the guys that are going to make Jimmy Garoppolo who he is. And they've got to catch the damn ball. They've got to score touchdowns. And they've got to do what they need to do. So without further ado, let's go over the list of receivers that are on the squad. We'll start off with one of my favorites. I know some people don't like him. I do. Kendrick Bourne. Got Jalen Hurd, Marquise Goodwin, Richie James Jr., Dante Pettis, and we got Deebo Samuel. So here's the thing. As far as the stats go, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. So last year, Kendrick Bourne had 487 yards. He averaged 11.6 yards per catch. He had 4 touchdowns. His longest catch was 33 yards. You know what I'm saying? And he had 1 fumble. Not bad. Next up, we have Dante Pettis. Dante Pettis had 467 yards, 17.3 yards per catch. He had 5 TDs. His long ball was 75 yards. Didn't fumble at all. Marquise, 395 yards, 17.2 yard average, 4 touchdowns, 1 fumble. Longest catch for him, 67 yards. Next up, as far as the other guys that we have, Trent Taylor, 215 yards, 8.3 yards per game, 1 touchdown. Richie James Jr., 130 yards, 14.4 yards per catch, 1 touchdown. And basically, that's it. So we didn't have a receiver that went over 500 yards last season. That's not good at all. And George Kittle has 1,300 yards, and everybody else has less than 500. It doesn't mean that George Kittle is taking all the catches and getting fed more than others. That just means that people got to catch the ball, man. So, Kendrick Bourne had a pretty good percentage, 42 receptions on 66 targets. Dante Pettis, so 27 catches out of 45 targets. Same thing with Keys, 23 out of 43. So this is a 50% catch rate. So, you kind of want to be a little bit better than that. When it comes to your catch rate and what you can and can't do, same thing. Look at Trent Taylor, 26 receptions on 41 targets. Not good. You know what I'm saying? Richie James Jr., he had 9 out of 14. So his percentage is up there. It's a lot better. And if he would have caught that extra one in the Raiders game, he would have had another touchdown. So here's the thing. I'll go ahead and go over these receivers one by one, bit by bit, and let you know exactly what's really going on and why they're even here and why they're even on the squad. It's going to be very simple. This is not a hard thing to take a look at. So, as far as the receivers, we're going to start off with Keith. What's Keith? Take top off defense, period, point blank. Keith can run routes. He has become a better route runner since he's been with us. He actually started to develop that slowly while he was over there in Buffalo. But once we got him, he actually started to refine his route running, and he looks a little bit better. But his main threat is he going to burn your ass. You ain't going to catch him neither. Don't give him not a step. He will make you look stupid. Next guy, Dante Pettis. Now, coming off of last year, everybody said they felt like Pettis was going to grow and continue to get better, in his second year. The only issue with Pettis is that Pettis has been observed, and everybody, as far as commentators, fans, he's soft. He don't like going over the middle. He won't go up and get the ball. Like, he's soft. Kyle Shanahan has been very critical of him in this offseason. And he says it's because he feels like Pettis can be better than, what he's given him. So I understand that, but I mean, at the same time, bro, like, you got to get out there and produce. Spent the second round pick on you. You better get out there and catch that damn ball. Stop being a chump. You know what I'm saying? I say, yeah, I agree with people. He's a little soft. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say what other people said about him because it's rude and it's inappropriate and it's not cool to judge somebody like that. But I mean, as far as him being soft, yeah, I mean, I don't think that's too far-fetched to say such. I mean, a little soft. Next guy, Deebo Samuel. As far as the preseason goes, Deebo showed me all I need to see, goddammit. That motherfucker had 2 end rounds, and both of them went for no less than 40 fucking yards. And on one of those end rounds, you know how fast he got to 21 miles a fucking hour. He coming for that that record. He coming for that record for that next year's stats of fastest man in the NFL. Him and Breida. Because Breida, I think Breida got to like almost 22. But pretty much Deebo showed me what he needed to show me. He came great on those end rounds. When he catches the ball, he goes up and he fights for it. He's not going to just let it happen. If he sees the ball and it's coming at an awkward position, he's going to put himself in position to try to make a play and or knock the ball down if he knows he can't make that play. You know what I'm saying? But Deebo is great. He did wonderful in the preseason. I haven't seen anything bad about him. I love it. I'm very happy with his production as far as preseason is concerned. So next up, we got one of my favorite dudes. This motherfucker always smiling. California, born and bred. This is my dog coming out of Poly. You know what I'm saying? Young KB. I love KB, man. I do. I like him. It kills me that he smiles when he fucks up still, but he's always smiling. It's just who he is. KB had a couple of drops here and there during the preseason, but he catches touchdowns. So that's what matters. So for me, it's very simple. KB made the squad because KB was supposed to make the squad. You know, we had Jordan Matthews as well, but Jordan Matthews never did anything in the preseason. You know, they barely threw to him. They barely did anything. And I think that Shanahan, since KB is one of the guys that he knows about and, you know, undrafted free agent that came in and showed him something, it's going to be well worth it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Richie James Jr., another dude, this preseason, showed up and showed the fuck out. Richie looks great. Kick return, punt return, you know, receiver, everything. Richie can do it all. You know what I'm saying? This dude is a Swiss Army knife. He is a versatile guy. I love it. Richie is going to be great for us this season, and I'm so glad that he made the squad, and I'm very happy that he's going to get some time out there to be able to show everybody who he is and how valuable of a dude he is. So the next guy we got is Trent Taylor. Now, Trent Taylor, by all accounts, is having one of the greatest training camps and off-season everything. He was looking fantastic. He had a setback with his foot. So they're working on him. So Trent Taylor has made the squad, but he's most likely just going to be an inactive guy. He's going to be a guy that doesn't dress. They probably won't bring him around until, I want to say probably the Steelers game. You know what I'm saying? Because if they give him enough time to heal up, you know, even if they don't bring him in until after the Steelers game, that's still cool because we've got more than enough receivers. And, you know, the other guy that we have on the squad is Jalen Hurd. Now, in that Denver game, man, Jalen Hurd had us all up in a frenzy because he caught that touchdown pass on the fade. He muscled his way in for his first touchdown catch. Like, he bullied his way in the end zone. You know, he didn't walk in there, man. You know, Jalen Hurd's a former running back for Tennessee. He was actually at Tennessee when Alvin Kamara was there. So, he was the starter before Kamara. So, you know, he has that strength and, you know, that will and that drive. But then he went over to Baylor and he wound up playing receiver because, you know, that's just a position that he had the passion for. And he's a big enough dude. You know, he's 6'2". He's got the size. He's got enough speed to be able to get out there and do what he needs to do. So, the reason that we haven't seen much of Jalen Hurd is because after that game, back stiffness, man, it's just continual and it's progressing in a negative way. So we're hoping that Jalen Hurd isn't, you know, hurt to a point where he can't play, because if he is, that's a wasted third round pick, man, and that sucks. You know, because we could have went out there and got a guy who's going to do something for us. I'm not saying Jalen can't produce, and I'm not, you know, counting him out already. I'm just saying that, you know, we need to see what's going on with his back and make sure that it's something that he can come back from and help us win games with. So, to be honest with you guys, those are all the receivers. That's basically all their points. You know what I'm saying? We have already went over the stats. I can tell you right now, on game day, you'll probably see Deebo and KB out there, you know what I'm saying, starting possibly. But this system, once again, does not call for a starting receiver. It just calls for receivers to be able to go out there and make plays and do what they need to do. Shanahan, his system is built basically to get the ball in your hands and allow you to make plays and do certain things. You know, he doesn't mind putting you in a situation where you're on a bubble screen and you got blocking, and he expects you to go out there and turn, what would be, technically speaking, a 2-yard loss into a 16-yard gain or something to that effect. So, to be honest with you, the guys that are healthy right now are Richie James Jr., KB, Marquise Goodwin, Dante Pettis, and Deebo Samuel. So those are the guys that are healthy, and those are the guys that will be going for us as far as that's concerned. You won't see Trent Taylor in the first game. You most likely won't see Jalen Hurd either, and I can tell you that just because I know and I'm 100% sure that they'll take their time with Taylor because we have a bunch of serviceable backups, and they'll take their time with Jalen Hurd because they don't want him to re-injure his back. You injure your back, man, you ain't got nothing going for you, And you got a broken finger or something small like that, that's different. When you have back problems, this is no joke. I know I messed my back up when I was a kid, and I still kind of suffer from some of those injuries today. But I can tell y'all right now, that's pretty much it, man. Our wide receivers are going to be solid. And I'm guaranteed team will have at least a 1,000-yard receiver this year. If we don't have a 1,000-yard receiver, we'll have several 800-yard receivers and guys with at least a couple of guys with some double digits in the touchdowns. No more single digits. We got to come back and we got to play hard and we got to go straight to the playoffs. I will go ahead and get with y'all tomorrow. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay 49er faithful. And I'm out.